Bring the children to the palace. They must be killed, as our custom commands. No twin is allowed to live in this land." Those harsh words from the king echoed across the palace courtyard like thunder. The guards rushed to obey. The villagers whispered fearfully. Mothers covered their children's ears, and old men shook their heads. In this village, the birth of twins was not just a taboo, it was a death sentence. But what no one knew was that the twins they sought to kill would one day return as the very hands that saved the entire village. Far away from the palace, in a quiet corner of the village, lived a woman named Ifeoma. Her story was one of pain, long suffering, faith, shame, and hope that refused to die. She had been married to Okafor for almost 10 years, yet her womb remained silent. 10 long years without the cry of a baby. 10 years of being mocked by neighbors, insulted by relatives, and judged by society. Some days, she cried herself to sleep. Some nights, her pillow was soaked with tears until dawn. Her face often looked swollen, as if someone had beaten her, but the truth was that life itself was beating her. People in the village mocked her openly. She is almost 40, yet no child has come from her hut, some women would say while pounding yam. Maybe she used her womb for something evil when she was young, others added. Even children gossiped about her. If you pass near Mama Ifeoma's hut at night, you will not hear a baby cry, only silence, they joked. But the most painful insults came from her husband's family. Our son cannot waste his life with a fruitless woman, they complained. What exactly did you do with your womb in your youthful days? Only God knows. Yet, Ifeoma kept quiet. She held the insults like hot coals in her hands, but refused to throw them back. Because deep in her heart, she believed one thing: God sees everything. Her husband, Okafor, sometimes joined her in prayer. He wiped her tears, hugged her when her heart was heavy, and assured her that the God who created the womb could also open it. But even he had moments of quiet sadness. There were nights he stared at the roof and wondered if this was how his life would remain forever. Even after all their prayers, fasting, and hope, no child came. They attended crusades, prayer conferences, deliverance programs. Anywhere someone said miracles happened. She sowed seeds, prayed at midnight, and listened to every prophecy with hope. Friends approached her secretly. "There is a powerful herbalist in the next village," they whispered. "He has helped many women. Just go. Nobody will know." But Ifeoma refused. "If God cannot help me, then let my womb stay empty," she said. During these hard years, Ifeoma and Okafor adopted a young girl who had been abandoned. They raised her as their own daughter. Ifeoma loved her deeply and treated her like the child she never had. Sometimes, she did something unusual. She would call the girl and say, "My daughter, place your hand on my stomach. Pray with me. Maybe your innocent touch will make heaven hear my cry." The little girl always obeyed, unaware of the depth of her mother's pain. Then one day, something changed. Ifeoma began to feel strange. She vomited in the mornings, felt dizzy, and noticed her clothes becoming tight. She thought it was sickness, but her husband rushed her to a clinic in a nearby village. The nurse smiled after examining her. "Congratulations, Mama," she said. "You are pregnant." It felt like the ground disappeared beneath her. Ifeoma cried tears that tasted like honey. She laughed, screamed, danced, and lifted her hands to heaven. But the village did not celebrate with her. "Fake pregnancy," some people said. "She just wants attention," others murmured. "Let her give birth first before we believe anything." Knowing how wicked some people were, Ifeoma went into hiding. She did not step outside for the entire 9 months of her pregnancy. She stayed indoors, praying, singing, and waiting. When her labor pains started, the midwife came quickly. Hours passed. Sweat poured down her face like rain. Then she heard the first cry, then a second cry. The midwife froze. She placed her hands on her head and whispered in shock, "Oh no, oh no. This is trouble." "What is it?" Ifeoma asked weakly. "You have given birth to twins." The world stopped. A boy and a girl lay quietly beside her, innocent and unaware of the danger their existence carried. Ifeoma's heart broke. "Oh God, why?" she cried. "Why bless me after all these years only to take my joy? Why twins? Why give me a blessing that must be killed?" Her faith shook. She felt betrayed by the same God she had trusted all her life. Before she could hold her babies properly, she collapsed into sleep from exhaustion. But her husband, Okafor, heard the news, and he acted quickly. He ran to the clinic with the speed of a desperate man. When he saw the twins lying peacefully, he made a decision that would change all their lives. "Help me," he told the nurse. "I must take them away from here. Tonight." The nurse hesitated. "You know the punishment for saving twin children?" "I know," he said, "but I would rather die running than live knowing my children were killed by our tradition." The nurse wrapped the twins in soft cloth. Before anyone noticed, Okafor slipped into the night, carrying the babies close to his chest. He didn't leave a note. He didn't say goodbye. He didn't even tell his wife. By morning, he had disappeared. When Ifeoma woke, she asked for her babies. The midwife told her everything. She cried until she lost her strength. "Where are my babies? Where's my husband? Why? What?" No one had answers. The king summoned her. "You allowed your husband to break our law," he declared. "You will face punishment if the children are not returned." Ifeoma fell to her knees. "I did not know. Please, have mercy," she pleaded. "You must face your punishment, but I will spare your life," the king said. But the villagers never did. Every day, she was insulted, mocked, and called a woman cursed by the gods. Years passed. No word from her husband. No sign of the twins. Ifeoma lived alone, her only company being rats, memories, and their adopted daughter. Her husband's family insulted her regularly. "Where is our son? You must have hidden him somewhere. You wicked woman." She simply ignored them, because she had cried every tear her eyes could produce. After many years, then something incredibly happened that no one expected. The king received a message from the city. Important visitors, rich, powerful, and respected, were coming to the village. They were described as influencers, business owners, and philanthropists. The king cleaned the palace, arranged dancers, and prepared a welcome feast. On the day of their arrival, the villagers gathered along the road. Then they saw it, a long convoy of expensive cars gliding into the village like something from a movie. The cars stopped at the palace. The doors opened. What stepped out shocked the king, the villagers, and even the sky. Standing tall, confident, and glowing with success were the twins. The same twins the village once condemned to die. They looked like royalty. Their skin glowed with health. Their clothes were expensive, and their smiles were full of peace. Behind them stood a man, younger looking, handsome, strong, well-dressed. It was Okafor, but the years had changed him so much that even the king didn't recognize him at first. "We would like to meet our mother," the twins said politely. The king sent guards to bring Ifeoma. When she heard she was wanted at the palace, she began trembling. "What have I done again?" she asked. But she followed the guards because no one disobeyed the king. When she entered the palace, the king cleared his throat. "These visitors are your children." The world tilted. Ifeoma fell hard on her knees. Her voice broke into raw, uncontrollable sobs. The twins rushed to her and hugged her tightly. "Mama, Mama, we are here. We are alive." She touched their faces with shaking hands, as if confirming they were real. Then she saw the man standing behind them. My husband," she whispered. Okafor stepped forward slowly and knelt before her. "My wife, forgive me," he said with a cracking voice. "I had to choose between obeying tradition and saving our children. I left without a word because I knew you would try to stop me. I suffered, I struggled, I worked day and night to raise them. But today, God has brought us back to you." Ifeoma began crying again, from pain, from relief, from joy. The twins knelt beside them. "Mama, please forgive him. He did everything to give us life. He went through fire to raise us. We are what we are today because of his sacrifice." The king stood up and raised his staff. "From today onward, the law that twins must be killed is abolished. These children have shown that our tradition was built on fear, not truth. Twins shall now be celebrated in this land." The villagers cheered. The twins decided to bless the village that once wanted them dead. They built a modern hospital, a free school, clean water taps, and a beautiful mansion for their parents. Even though they wanted their parents to move to the city, Ifeoma and Okafor chose to remain in the village. So the twins honored their wishes. Then a funny thing happened. When Okafor's family heard that the twins had returned rich and powerful, they ran to the mansion. The moment they saw Ifeoma, they shouted, "We always knew you were a good woman. You have given us destiny children." Ifeoma simply smiled. Her husband, unaware of the insults she had suffered from them for years, smiled proudly too. "Yes, oh, "My wife is a very good woman." Everyone laughed. The twins had changed the village, not with revenge, but with kindness, success, and love. And from that day on, no child in the village was ever killed for being born a twin again. If this story touched your heart, inspired you, or taught you something, tell me in the comments. Do you believe tradition should change when it hurts innocent lives? Share this story to inspire someone today.